Let's talk about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. I've said many times that to have a real chance at restarting meaningful peace negotiations in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, on the side of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu's right-wing administration and very, very extreme coalition needs to be out of power. They have shown that they have no credibility as real arbiters of peace or potential arbiters of peace. And at the same time, I've said that on the Palestinian side, the terrorist group Hamas, as well as Fatah, probably need to be out of power in Gaza and the West Bank if we are going to have meaningful progress in terms of peace negotiations. We have some possibly good news out of the latter. There are 5 Palestinian parties in Gaza and the West Bank that are going to be running on a joint list in the upcoming October 8th elections. These are local elections in 300 municipalities, village councils, and regional councils under the name Democratic Alliance. And the senior officials of these 5 parties are trying to position what is described as a leftist bloc as an alternative to Fatah and Hamas, which is exactly what is needed in Gaza and the West Bank. They're going to run on ideas like equality between men and women. Wow, that would be a huge positive change in the region. They are going to run on resistance to corruption. That would be a huge positive change in the region. Fatah and Hamas are a disaster in that area. This is important. Number one, because these elections are expected to be the first elections in all of the Palestinian territories since Hamas took over control of the Gaza Strip in 2007. And Hamas has effectively boycotted local elections based on the Fatah-controlled Palestinian Authority. So I think that this is very, very good. Now, not everybody likes it. The Islamic Jihad movement in Palestine doesn't like it. They announced a few days ago that they're going to boycott these elections, saying this is not at all an appropriate way forward. They want Hamas and Fatah to instead work together to achieve national unity. That may be achievable. Anything good for the populations would not by Hamas and Fatah working together. And to give you a little background, PIJ, this group, is a paramilitary organization dating back to 1981, whose objective is the destruction of the state of Israel. So if you're trying to make moves that will get you closer to productive peace talks, maybe don't take the advice of the group that for the last 35 years has sought the destruction of Israel. Now, I want to restate, Lewis, these are local elections. So this is not a national election. It could potentially be the first step in a similar democratic alliance being formed at the national level. I've laid out my plan many times, and a key point of that plan: no Netanyahu in Israel, no Hamas and Fatah representing the Palestinian people in Gaza and the West Bank. And maybe, and I'm really looking for the silver lining here, this could be the first baby step in the direction of Hamas and Fatah not representing Palestinians nationally in peace talks. And your mic is on, right?
That's a wonderful thing. I'm all about that. I totally support that. The problem is that Hamas, Fatah, the extremist groups that support Hamas and Fatah are just that. They're the extremist groups. And these are groups that will kill opposition in order to stay in power. So it is a first step, but they need to be very, very careful. 1 month before our presidential election here on November 8th, October 8th, these local elections scheduled to happen in Gaza and the West Bank, we will follow it and we will see what comes from this. Maybe, I'm hopeful, cautiously optimistic, that this could be a first step in eliminating terrorist group Hamas as well as Fatah from representing, and that term, it doesn't make any sense because they really don't represent the interests of the Palestinian people, from representing the Palestinian people in potential future negotiations with Israel. Let's take a break. I'm on Twitter at @Pakman, and we have a tremendous program for you today. We will finally win again with today's show. Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses, and I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me, and I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on,
I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high, which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like. Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com/TDPS. It costs nothing.